So the time is here and the Age of Ultron is just about over. So the Black Bolt event has just unlocked, and thankfully I got pretty lucky. I managed to get a purple orb on one of the Hela ones I bought, so I managed to get 5 stars, which means we will be unlocking and showing off a first impressions video with Black Bolt now. We of course don't have any of the regular orbs to open up because he's a legendary character. I don't have any red star orbs. I opened a ton when he went live in the red star calendar, and I only got 1 star, as you can see, unfortunately, at the moment. So what I'm going to do in this video, a little bit different from the usual first impressions, is I'm actually going to start off by showing tier 5 of his legendary event, so you know what it's like and you know roughly what level you need your characters to be at. Once we've done that, we'll go in, we'll get them unlocked. I've punched the stats into a spreadsheet already and they're looking really pretty tasty. We'll talk about his tags, we'll talk about his abilities, which ones I would max out, and then from there we'll show off some gameplay as well. And we'll do something different. We won't do the usual Nexus 5.9. I'm actually going to try and see if I can find an Ultron and see how easily we can take him down. But let's jump into the campaign first. Before we start off with this gameplay then, just 2 things. One, if you want to actually skip the gameplay and get straight into the first impressions, I'll put a timestamp on screen, it should be there now, and just jump to that section. And then secondly, if you want to watch the gameplay, here's the power levels of the Asgardian team, so we can see if this is high enough to actually beat this stage. So Loki's definitely on the higher side, up at 50k and 5 red star. Thor's 37,000, he's a bit of a powerhouse now. We've got Heimdall up next, Hela, who's an absolute monster, and then finally you've got Sifway down in 24k there. So that's a team, the total's only 170,000 power. I've not had much resources to invest in them, but let's now go into the gameplay. So this will be my first attempt at it, so it's not trying to show off a perfect way to do it in Infinite, it's trying to see how you can get on if you go in with a team that isn't powered up too much and just really mash away, see how we get on here. But we're going for a single target attack here at the start. We'll go for Scarlet Witch actually, otherwise she can just get the health of characters back up again. There we go, it should be her down soon. Yep, that's her down. Next up we'll go for Sorceress, although thinking about it I should probably take out Mordo because he'll be getting energy. So let's see. Really not used these characters much at all. Still getting used to their abilities. Then we've got the Taunt here. They're a pretty amazing team. I think they're one of the best teams in War now. On defence, it's just a nightmare to get past. You have to use the likes of X-Men and so on. Some other teams that can get past them, but it can be pretty tricky. So we'll slow it down for a second here. Basic attack on Black Bolt. There we go. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Looks very similar to the move that Thanos actually does. So we've got 12 out of 14 remaining. Next up we're going to go for Ghost Rider Sentry, I reckon. Could be pretty tricky this one actually. Well, in a moment hopefully Black Bolt will fire off his ultimate and that should do a nice amount of damage. But it's not villain tech characters, that's who he's really designed to take down. There's Thor there with that move, pretty amazing. It's like an extra ultimate essentially. Let's go for this, so that he can't get the stealth from Hand Sentry. There we go, we can focus on taking him down. Don't want to waste a chain here. I know, saying that, Sentry's not stealthed up, so he'll bounce between the two of them. There we go, that's pretty nice. And let's just go for the stun here. Well, missed a few characters, I probably should have held on to that. I'm just trying to get through this quick, so if I do anything that's a bit silly, don't give me a hard time in the comments, because I've hardly spent any time in Asgardians as well. And actually at the moment, with the Black Bolt release, it's actually midnight in the UK, so I want to get this video done so I can get to bed as well. Let's try to take out Doctor Strange. Really hate him, the supernatural team, all the resis that he gets. actually lost the character, haven't we? I didn't notice that there. Lost Heimdall, is that right? Yeah, I think so. Here we go, let's slow it down for a second for this. Show this off. Looks nice, but I thought it would be a bit more impactful, given how powerful the Black Bolt actually is. Still nice, but it's not like some of these animations, like your Ghost Riders and your Thor and your Namor. The animations are really over the top. I thought it would be one like that. Yeah, we're going to do this. Barring a complete disaster, which I don't really see happening at all. That was nice and easy. First time doing it, team's not leveled up properly. It's late at night, I'm trying to do commentary. Mashing the buttons. Oh wow, wait a minute. That wasn't good. So take out that Black Panther quickly on your run when you're doing it. It's going to actually be close now. I jinxed it, didn't I? There we go, there's 4 with that. He's going to save the day. And done. So I was a little bit close towards the end, but it's only because I wasn't really paying attention. So that'll be Black Bolt unlocked, so let's jump into the first impressions now. Okay, here we go. So 5-star unlock, and it's just a 1 red star unfortunately, but let's get him unlocked here. Not too sure about his model, to be honest. I think the colouring looks a little bit weird, and the positioning of him as well. He does look a bit odd, to be honest, the way he's standing. So from here, I'm going to be using him a fair amount. I'm not going up to 70, but I'll go up to... what should that actually cost? Let's see. If you take him up to 75, it's 5.6 million. Let's go to 65. I've been saving up my gold. We'll maybe go a little bit higher later on as well. For now, we'll take him up to that. We've got the equip all button, but it still takes a minute or two, so let's quickly skip past this and I'll quickly level up the abilities as well. So here we go here then, I managed to get him up to tier 11. I actually just took him to level 70 as well. You'll see why in a moment when we do look at the abilities. But before we do that, the stats, I'll quickly bring them up here. His health rating is really high, it's way up at an A rating. His damage, I think it's the highest damage rating in the game at the moment, so that's an A++, I suppose. You've then got his armour, that's coming in at a C, but that makes sense because his health is way up at A. His focus is A as well, it's really pretty high. Resistance is A, and then finally his speed is down at D, so he is on the slower side, but the way he works anyway, for his passive, it doesn't matter too much that he is a bit on the slower side. But that's his stats. For his traits, he's not got too many. You get Hero, Cosmic, Bio, Blaster, and Human. I'm sure in time then Human 1 will get more powerful, and it's going to get pretty interesting with Yo-Yo. You actually seen her during the Legends event in the first stage, and her animations look nice, and she's a really interesting character. But let's now jump in and we'll check out the abilities. First one we have is the basic, which is Royal Strike. So with this, if the primary target has slow, flip 1 negative effect on self, and generally the primary target will get slow from Quake. And the team, I'm not sure if Yo-Yo's got that as part of her kit, she may do. And you attack primary target for 350% damage and clear 1 positive effect. If you were to max it out, and I can't say I would recommend this, you get an additional 50% damage to primary target and you clear 2 positive effects. Nothing too amazing there. The special is attack primary target for a whopping 500% damage. The attack is unavoidable. If you max it out, and I'm on the fence about this, I'll need to see if it's worthwhile. It's a whopping 100%, but it is only to 1 target. And I really think that the bulk of Black Bolt's really his use comes from the passive more than anything else, but 100% damage is something you shouldn't discount at all. We'll need to see how he works in with Arena and so on, in the turn order of characters, if that 100% would actually change the match. His ultimate is a Sonic Scream. So this one here, you attack all enemies for 380% damage. You'll be using this turn number 2. If you max it out, and this is 120% damage to all targets, so you definitely want to max this out. You're getting a huge 500% damage, and bear in mind that he's got the highest damage rating in the game as well, so that's going to hit really, really hard, that as it should do. finally, we have King of Atalan. Now, I actually maxed this one out, so with this, characters killed by Black Bolt cannot be revived. When an enemy drops below 25% health, attack that enemy for 200% damage. You get an additional 50% damage when you max it out. If the enemy is villain tech, so that would be the likes of Minerva, it could be your aim team, it could be Ultron, you attack that enemy for 400% damage instead, and with a level 5 upgrade it like an extra 100%, and that's why I upgraded it. It's a huge amount to add on there. On top of that as well, on enemy summon you apply Disrupted, clear 3 positive effects in the summoner, so again the Age of Ultron is definitely over. Don't know how I feel about that, I'll maybe do a separate video talking about it. And then just to finish up here, you gain resistance 40% and human allies gain 40%, and then you gain 50% max health, which is a huge amount given that he's got that A rating for health, and that's an additional 20% you get from the level 5 upgrade. That's all these stats, so looking at the abilities then I would say definitely upgrade the ultimate and the passive and potentially the special as well, but play around with them first and see if that extra 100% would change matches for you. But with that done, let's show off some gameplay, and then following on from that we will jump into a match and see if we can smash an Ultron. To show off the animations here then, we've got our usual stage we normally do. So let's start off. This is the single target one, the 500% damage. There we go there, that looks decent enough. I would like to see all the ground get ripped up with the force of his sonic blast, so got to see the basic a few times as well. I'll cast that before I actually cast the ultimate. Let's see, wait a minute with that ultimate, so turn number 3 for it actually. Maybe need to place him next to the likes of Star-Lord, get some energy, get it off quicker. That's really nice. We've seen that during the gameplay to unlock him. Looks very similar to Thanos' animation when he stomps him and then fires out the big beam. We'll do the basic attack just once again here. The same. We'll go for it once again just to see if we get a different version of it, and then we'll end up with the ultimate, and then from there we'll show off some gameplay against Ultron, which is probably what you're wanting to see, how effective he actually is. Okay, there we go. No, same one again. I wonder if he's only got one. Let's try it one more time here. I think it potentially might only have one basic attack animation, which will be strange. Most characters have got a couple. Let's try it a final time. Once they've all had their attacks, of course. No, it's the same again there. That's disappointing if it's just the one he's got. Let's speed it up for a second and slow it down for this ultimate. We've seen it in the gameplay earlier. Looks nice. Does a lot of damage actually, does a huge amount of damage. But there we go. That's all his animations, so let's show off some actual gameplay against Ultron now. Okay, so here we go, we'll put it on ×2. I might not necessarily win this match, but I'm just wanting to actually test out Black Bolt and see how he performs against Ultron. Let's see, are they taking out Jean at the start? As long as they don't take out Black Bolt. He's able to soak that up pretty nice there. Took a bit of damage, but you do get a lot of damage from Rocket and Star-Lord. So we're fine to use all our summons here. Calling him in. Ah, he resisted there, that's interesting. Ultron with his high actual resistance, that's really interesting. So I couldn't place the immunity on him, which means he probably will get out of control. So let's see from here. Let's just go for this to take this bot out for sure. Or maybe not, because Black Bolt's not leveled that much, although there we go, so he dropped below 25%, we're able to take him out. Hopefully we can see a few more skills from Black Bolt here. I got really bad luck with the resist, but it's interesting to see that. It's something you need to bear in mind. Let's do this just so we get the energy and we take this character out. And I'm not playing this perfectly to win it. I'm just playing it to show off how he works. He's still pretty low to be taken into arena. Most of the teams I go up against are around about 350,000 and so on. So definitely on the low side. Let's see. Okay, Jean's not blinded. So we'll get rid of some buffs there. This suppose when we take out Ultron that one time, that's him. He's not going to come back. And there we go, he's down and he's not coming back. So that's going to make a huge difference there. Let's go for this on Minerva. Get some more bots in again. Just need to watch that rocket getting his ultimate off potentially. We'll actually attack Minerva pretty soon when she drops down. Let's see if we get it this time. When she goes below 25%. Yeah, there she goes. Black Bolt. Boom, 55,000. And his power levels are only, what were they? 37,000 I think they were. Definitely on the lower side. Let's just take out this last bot here before they do anything. Although before we do that, take out Rocket. We've absolutely smashed this then. So, here we go, let's use this. See how it does. So Jean will still resurrect the way she works because it's kind of like a summon she comes back as. It's not the same character, so just bear that in mind. Jean will still be dangerous, but Ultron, we really made a mockery of him, and that was without the actual disrupted applying on him. He managed to resist it. If that would have actually worked, he would have been taken out even easier. That's really interesting there. I'll maybe do some more matches in a separate video in Arena and just see how Black Bolt goes on, make sure it wasn't a fluke or anything. But we completely and utterly smashed that there. Well, I say that, we've not beaten Dark Phoenix just yet. She should go down soon though. Saying that, whoa, this is getting close. Black Bolt's still up. Let's go some amazing the health on him is, with the passive as well. And there we go, he finishes off. Seems really pretty strong. So that is Black Bolt. Let me know if there's any particular video types you would like to see shown of Black Bolt, because I'm aware that he's a character that even Dolphins aren't getting, because I don't like the mechanics of how they actually used for unlocking him, and I just scraped it because I got lucky on Hela. So if there's any videos you want to see in Black Bolt, do let me know and I'll look to do them. And we should have a video on Yo-Yo. I think she's out in the next few days as well. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all again soon.